Pop culture's fascination with gangs often highlights the motorcycle gang known as the Hells Angels. Their portrayal in films and TV has captivated global audiences, rivaling even the New York Mafia in popularity. In Australia, Angelo Pandelli stands out as a notorious figure in organized crime, largely due to his ties with the Hells Angels and the Kinahan drug cartel. He is implicated in large-scale cocaine importation into Australia, smuggling vast quantities from Colombia to Europe via Ireland. His operations have significantly increased cocaine availability in Australia, and reports from the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission show that his business is thriving. Despite being under constant surveillance by the Australian Federal Police for over a decade, Pandelli remains elusive. He operates from the relative safety of Dubai while expanding his global criminal empire, successfully evading capture as one of Australia's most wanted men. However, he didn't always hold this position. His rise from humble beginnings to the top of Australia's cocaine trade showcases his respected strategic mind. So, where did he come from, and how did he reach such heights? Before we proceed, here's a quick question. What is the nationality of Pandelli's parents? A. Greek, B. Turkish, C. Italian, or D. Spanish? The answer is B. Turkish. Pandelli's early years in Adelaide were crucial in shaping his future. Born to Turkish immigrant parents, Constantino and Ma Pandelli, he developed a business mindset while working in his family's pub chain. This experience exposed him to daily business operations and the darker sides of society, particularly at the Sundowner Hotel, where he encountered power, influence, and the temptations of the underworld. While this opened his eyes to Adelaide's criminal networks, it was his fascination with biker culture during his teenage years that truly defined his path. His interest deepened after meeting John Pike, a key figure in the local biker scene, who helped transition Angelo from mere curiosity to active involvement. Pike hired Pandelli as a nightclub bouncer, giving him access to the clandestine world of the Hells Angels. In this role, he learned about the gang's operations, culture, and structure. His experience in his parents' pubs proved valuable. He had a knack for connecting with people and identifying key contacts. It wasn't long before the ambitious Angelo began to climb the ranks, gaining significant power within the gang. Did you know? Pandelli's initial role as a bodyguard gave him a vital entry point into the organization. His strong rapport with Pike and the trust he built through his effective performance led to Pike taking him under his wing. Under Pike's mentorship, Pandelli fully embraced the gang's culture and developed a deep understanding of its operations. By the mid-2000s, his steadfast loyalty and sharp business instincts made him a respected and influential figure within the Hells Angels. His reach quickly expanded beyond Adelaide, allowing him to successfully oversee operations in Sydney. As the president of the Hells Angels in Sydney, Pandelli emerged as a pivotal figure in the Australian criminal underworld. Renowned for his strategic thinking, he consolidated power within the gang and significantly expanded their operations. Under his leadership, the Hells Angels became deeply involved in the Australian drug trade, particularly in cocaine distribution. His crucial role in these activities allowed him to effectively manage the gang's criminal enterprises by leveraging his connections and leadership skills. Merging his entrepreneurial spirit with the gang's infrastructure, Angelo quickly amassed wealth and power, positioning himself as a key player in the Australian drug market. This rise in prominence led some news outlets to label him the Australian godfather of crime, further entrenching his notorious reputation. Despite his success, Pandelli has faced significant challenges from law enforcement agencies in Australia and beyond. The Australian Federal Police, AFP, have monitored him for over a decade, placing him on their priority organization targets list. His criminal history, rooted in his presidency of the Sydney chapter of the Hells Angels, has made him a key figure in Australian organized crime and drug trafficking. In 2017, law enforcement attempted to charge him using a strategy similar to that employed against Al Capone in the 1920s. The Australian Taxation Office, ATO, took him to court for failing to file a tax return for the 2014 to 2015 financial year, after he ignored a notice served at Sydney Airport. This action was part of a broader crackdown on biker gangs for tax evasion, aimed at exposing organized crime. In court, Pandelli pleaded guilty, but received no penalty or conviction. His lawyer submitted an affidavit from his accountant, who attributed the tax irregularities to a software error that prevented the return from being filed. The outstanding payment was only $3,600 in interest on a refund, and the magistrate accepted this explanation, recognizing Pandeli's reasonable trust in his tax agent. Feeling he had come too close to legal trouble, Pandeli decided to leave Australia for Dubai, trading his luxurious Sydney apartment for a refuge from authorities. This move enabled him to continue his criminal activities, as Dubai is a haven for fugitives seeking to evade extradition. The city's financial secrecy, low taxes, and booming real estate market support extensive money laundering, while inconsistent extradition practices further attract criminals. Its opaque legal system, where justice can seem arbitrary, creates an ideal environment for those with criminal connections. This strategic move placed Pandeli near a new business partner, the Kinahan cartel. The Kinahans had relocated to Dubai during a violent conflict with the Hutch gang in Ireland, allowing Angelo to forge a profitable partnership. Founded by Christy Kinahan in the 1990s, the cartel has become one of the world's most powerful criminal organizations, with operations in Ireland, the UK, Spain, and the UAE. Christy initially led the cartel, but his son Daniel now manages its daily affairs. The cartel's wealth is estimated at around 1 billion euros, mainly from drug and firearms trafficking. Did you know? The partnership between Pandeli and the Kinahans has had a significant impact on the global cocaine market. They are responsible for smuggling hundreds of kilos of cocaine from Colombia to Europe and Australia, using Ireland as a transit point. The Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission reports that the cocaine supply in Australia is at its highest in 30 years, largely due to their operations. With prices reaching around $215 per gram, the high demand makes this trade extremely lucrative. While the Kinahans handle drug sourcing, Pandeli's extensive distribution network, linked to the Hells Angels, effectively channels the cocaine trade. Pandeli's cartel is responsible for drug imports valued at about $1.5 billion annually, posing significant challenges for law enforcement. Operating from Dubai, he has evaded capture due to the UAE's non-compliance with international extradition requests, including those from Ireland. This has allowed him to continue his operations with relative ease. Recent sanctions from American and UAE authorities in April 2023 aimed to freeze the Kinahan cartel's assets and offered rewards for their capture, but these measures have not yet led to any arrests or extraditions. Law enforcement agencies are actively tracking Angelo Pandeli, identified by the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission as a key player in the Aussie cartel, which significantly impacts drug imports into Australia. This cartel uses sophisticated methods to evade security, often involving corrupt officials. Angelo Pandeli has emerged as a key figure in the Australian drug trade, leveraging his early experiences and connections within the criminal underworld to build a powerful empire. His strategic alliance with the Kinahan cartel and operations from Dubai have allowed him to evade law enforcement while significantly impacting the global cocaine market. Despite ongoing efforts to bring him to justice, Pandeli remains a formidable player, enjoying a life of luxury while his influence in the drug trade continues to grow. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Leave a comment below with your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.